Hello everyone, this is Prince 117805. Just want to make a quick video about Erik Morales tested positive for banned substance. It's very disappointing. I'm a fan of Erik Morales. Um, I started liking him I mean years ago. The fight with him and Pereira, the fight with him and Pacquiao are the type of fights that you would take a look back at boxing, and then you'll say, this is why I love boxing. This is the reason why I love boxing, because of the fights that Erik Morales, together with some of the other fighters that in his division at that time, like Paulie Ayala, Daniel Zaragoza, Kevin Kelly, Marco Antonio Barrera. Those are some of the names that when you watch Erik Morales, you're gonna know that you'll have a good fight. So I've been looking at Erik Morales' record, and it's very sad for me to know that Erik Morales, at this stage of his career, was caught using performance enhancing drug, or tested positive using Fed, because I really don't followed Erik Morales in the beginning of his career, but looking at his record, I've seen some good names in his resume. Some of those names familiar to me is Daniel Zaragoza, Daniel Molina, Remedio, Daniel Molina. That's the names that Junior Jones. Those are some of the good fighters, including Kevin Kelly, Goody Espadas Jr., Paulie Ayala, Jesus Chavez, Carlos Hernandez. But I remember Erik Morales from his fight with Marco Antonio Barrera, because Marco Antonio Barrera versus Erik Morales was one of the best trilogy in the sport of boxing. Erik Morales got his first loss fighting Marco Antonio Barrera. It was a close fight, if I'm not mistaken. Then his fight with Manny Pacquiao, which was also epic. He was the first, since Manny Pacquiao fought in the States. Erik Morales was the first man who gave Manny Pacquiao his loss. So his first loss here in the States. So I don't know why all of a sudden, I don't know what's the real situation why Erik Morales used Fed. I don't know if it's intentionally or it was caused by something that he took, but he didn't know how, what's the content, or the composition of the food that or vitamin supplement or that he was taking. So but one thing that my theory, or my opinion about this is, I think Erik Morales decided to use performance enhancing drug, because he don't want to go down, being on saying that he went out of the sport as a loser. He want to prove something, yeah, at his age, or at this time of his career. He is facing um, Danny Garcia on a rematch, and I think somehow Eric Morales was forced to, or he was convinced to use PED, because uh, he want to defeat Danny Garcia. He want to prove the world that he still have it, he still has it, or he can be, he's still included in the elite fighters of the world. So I don't know if this is somehow a business move, because if somehow Eric Morales defeat Danny Garcia on the rematch, it will open more doors for Eric Morales to fight some big names, and may maybe offered some higher purse, or higher money for his next fight. So, but as a fan, I'm very disappointed, because somehow he tarnished his legacy. All those names, all those wars, all those big fights that he had, he somehow put a little bit of um, dirt, or it's not that people think that Eric Morales is so damn great, that he's too good, or he's too smart not to mess up his legacy. He's very well respected, and this incident, this news doesn't help him, but this will somehow tarnish his some of his luster here in the sport of boxing. So anyway, all I'm hearing is Danny Garcia versus Eric Morales is still on, but there's no belt on the line. Um, it's so sad that another one boxer is caught using performance enhancing drug. I hope Eric Morales and his team have a good explanation why this incident happened. What you guys think about the incident, and are you guys disappointed as just like me? So um, that's all I can say. Um, it's a sad news for me, being a fan of Eric Morales. This is Prince 111705 out.